after a few weeks, few months, I started noticing she wasn't walking properly anymore. And so she had to say that she was diagnosed with a form of leukemia, chronic leukemia. And she started undergoing treatment. She was doing injections to be able to keep walking regularly, and these injections are coming from the States. And then the condition got worse, so she undergo a cycle of chemotherapy that didn't work as hoped, expected. And she's currently undergoing treatment at the Mayo Clinic in London, but that is a private clinic, so the cost of that is very high. They asked about 28, 30K, £30,000 for this treatment, and she had basically a week, 10 days to decide. All these this didn't start a year ago. Her story started 5 or 6 years ago when she was diagnosed with endometriosis, and in the States she was proposed a treatment to cure endometriosis that went wrong, and this caused a series of issues. She developed several cancers. The worst one was to the brain, so she went through different surgeries, and then all the problems to the legs and her mobility is probably related to the first treatment that went wrong, and then all the cancer cells turned into chronic leukemia. I don't know all the details, and she could not disclose all the details because obviously there are legal procedures going on with the hospital that did the first treatment. But the point is that she traveled the world in the past 5-6 years to try and keep living for her children, and the children are here because at some point they told her having children would have improved her immune system and would have been good for her. So she had the first kid, it worked for a while, she had the second kid, and then everything started going wrong again. So she's struggling, her family tried to help. Obviously, she traveled to find the best treatments so far, but everything is very expensive, and she's a full-time worker. She still works. She have worked all the way through the best she could. Meanwhile, she's raising her children, looking after the house, and she's constantly in pain. So she got to a point where we tried to suggest her to ask for external help, because we friends can help her, but just, in a limited amount. And so she finally decided, after thinking about it for a long time, that she could ask for help and create a GoFundMe page. She feels ashamed, and she feels not great about being there asking for money, but she doesn't have much choice at this point, because obviously years of treatment and all the money she put into it, and now she has kids. So when she's going through a treatment at the Mayo Clinic. She started the treatment, and that means that she has to travel down to London 1 week, London 1 week, Edinburgh 1 week, London 1 week, Edinburgh. So when she's away, there is also, expenses for the babysitter and all that involves. And the travels are not covered. She got a bit of help from a charity that is covering the biggest part of the treatment, but she still needs some money to cover this kind of expenses. And also, she opened loans with the bank and things that she has to cover with interest. So she's at a difficult point, and she's losing hope, because it's few years that she's going on with this one after another. chemo after chemo, and she feels guilty towards the kids as well because she can't be there as a healthy mom could be. But she's doing her best at work with us as a friend and with her kids. And so we wanted to help her. And thank you, and Sandra, for having this idea, because hopefully it's going to help even more.
We hope.
Whoever wants to donate and help her, that would be great.
Okay. The story is on the GoFundMe page that Alessandra just posted.
Yeah, that story was actually written from Giulia itself, so it's much more emotional than my list of facts.
Okay. It must be very, 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 very tough.
Yeah, it's also seeing her like that and not being able to help. I mean, I take the kids when I can, and try to take away some pressure from her. But yeah.
Okay. Do they have a father?
They do. He's Italian as well, but he's working long hours, so often he's not home. So when they come back from school, she's alone. I mean, she's home until he's back. And because they are both Italian, and they are here because the treatments that are available here are not available in Italy. They don't have family close by that could help. They come up maybe a couple of weeks here and there when there is the peak of the need, but they can't be here constantly.
Sure.
So that's another limit for people like us living alone abroad.
Okay. Well, people, if you can lend a hand, it'd be great. And
or even if you can share the link with
yes.
someone else, that would be great. Spread the word, because it started, the GoFundMe page started well. She got to £2,000, but she set a goal that is a bit higher than that. And then it stopped. So if we could go, if we could get a good push from this, that would be great.
Okay, let's share it and let's try to help.
Thank you.
Proviamo. Va bene, grazie mille Laura di averci raccontato la storia di Giulia. E volevo invitare oltre a te anche Lach, che è tuo concittadino e che aveva anche un suggerimento da darvi, ma penso che ve l'abbia già mandato.
L'ho passato a Giulia, sì.
Esatto. E Lach is going to be here in a second. Are you there, Lach? Can we invite you on stage? I wish we could do this all three together, but I don't think it's possible.
I'm gonna leave you so you can see Lach.
Yes, thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Steve Rogers is Lach. So, grazie mille Laura.
Niente, grazie a voi.
Ci sentiamo presto.
Ciao.
Ok, ciao Laura. Bye bye. Vediamo se riusciamo ad avere Lach. There he is. Aggiungi. Hey!
Hey, can you hear me?
Yes. Your
Okay,
image
good.
is frozen, I think, but I can hear you.
Okay. I'm
now you're moving.
Okay.
Come stai? How are you?
I'm doing well. I don't know if I've been watching for the last like 20 minutes or so. And I don't know if your friend's aware of Maggie's Center in Edinburgh. So I put a link there in the comments. Maggie's helps people and families that are dealing with cancer, and they can help with everything from therapy to nutrition to financial help. They really are fantastic, and everything is free. It wouldn't cost her anything, and they can advise her on benefits she may not know about, all sorts of things. So if she doesn't already know about Maggie Center, I really highly advise you check it out.
I shared it with Laura, and she just wrote, she shared it with Giulia.
Oh, good.
My question is, would they help her even though she is already helped by another organization? Do you think?
First of all, they definitely would. Yes, without a problem.
Okay.
What's the other organization?
I'm not sure, but it's in London, Laura said.
Okay. No, they will definitely, that won't matter at all.
Okay. Okay, that's great. Great to know. So maybe she can have both, and it's going to be
Why
an
not?
even better help. Yeah.
And she
Nice.
should stop.
Thank you, Lach.
She should stop this ridiculousness about feeling shame for asking for help. She is giving people a gift by allowing them to help her. You know, people want to be able to help people. It's part of what makes us human. So she should let go of any shame around that. Nobody who is watching or donating in any way is looking at her as somebody who should be feeling shame.
Very nice what you said. Very true and very nice. Grazie, Lach.
I really enjoyed listening to you, man. You are so good. It's rather intimidating to do something after you.
Ah, come on. We won't Lach. We won't Lach. We won't Lach.
So should I do a song now?
And before you do, your novel, a portion of the profits from your novel are going to that organization you just talked about, right?
Go to Maggie Center. Yeah, I'm donating part of my profits to them. Yeah, because they're great. Yeah, this is the book.
Nice. Yeah, sideways, but
right. I don't. I know I'm backwards here. Yeah, but on the phone, I'm not really seeing an option to change that. I'm sorry.
Right. Nice. It's called Langdimania, right?
Langdimania, yeah.
Langdimania.
Yeah. And I could read you a bit of it if you'd like.
Yes, please.
Yeah? Okay.
See.
So this book it's available now on wherever you are in the world, on Amazon. It's also on a website called lovereadingforkids.com, and it's the number 4. And in EU and UK, bookshops can order it. And Langdimania is a land that only exists in the imagination of a 12-year-old boy named Army. Or does it? Army has a lot on his plate, traveling between 2 worlds, learning the truth about time from a talking pig, trying to save the floating girl from impending doom, all while trying to get the lead in the school musical. That's the basic plot. And the part that I'm going to read to you is it's near the end of the book, but it's not that big a spoiler. Army, the 12-year-old boy, is in a struggle with his enemy, who is a very large, ferocious panther, and they have collided in midair above a bottomless well, right? Like a well where there's water.
Yeah.
And they've collided in midair above this well, and that's where we join them. The midair collision of wildcat and boy knocked them both out, causing them to drop like wet sandbags flopping over one another into the well. The rush of wind past their faces woke them both simultaneously. It's a strange thing to regain consciousness whilst plummeting into endless darkness. I believe that if one word best sums up the entire feeling, that word would be yikes! Yikes, Army yelled. Yikes, the panther repeated loudly, as they both hung on to each other in vain attempts to stop the fall. I believe the one word that best describes the realization that you are not only falling, but are falling with a wild panther that wants to eat you is ah! Army screamed as he tried to disentangle himself from the clutches of the beast. This just caused the panther to grip Army tighter as the circle of light above them grew rapidly smaller and further away. Let me go, Army commanded. Hold on, the panicking panther yelled back. Army shut his eyes in anxious preparation for his inevitable crash to the ground. A few seconds that seemed like an eternity passed by, and as no murderous introduction with the ground occurred, Army slowly opened one eye and then both. He was in complete darkness, except for the unnerving green glow of the panther's eyes. Wait, you can talk again, Army realized out loud to his free-falling companion. What? Cried the cat. You can talk. Yes, I can, the panther said, licking his lips. And now I finally got you. Army felt the beast tense up to strike. Wait, Army cried out. Why? We're falling down the well. So we are. And if this is to be my last meal before we hit bottom, then at least it'll be a fine one. But we won't hit bottom. The well is bottomless. The panther considered this for a moment and then said, It doesn't matter. You're prey, and I'll eat you. The initial rush of wind that accompanied their falling into the well had subsided, and there was an almost eerie stillness to their descent now. Army no longer had to shout. He steadied his voice, and as calmly as he could, he explained, If you eat me, I'll be gone. So? My stomach will be full. Yes, but for how long? Soon you'll be hungry again, and there'll be no prey, just you, alone, falling in the dark forever with no one to talk to. The panther pondered this now that he was able to ponder, and the thought made him oddly uncomfortable. But catching and eating prey is what I do, he said, a bit uncertainly. Army, the expert in getting out of tight situations, saw his opening. You hesitated. You don't like the idea of falling forever alone. No, but I like the idea of starving even less. Army quickly pressed his advantage. But maybe it doesn't have to be this way. That feeling of you being scared. I'm not scared, roared the giant cat, hurting Army's ears. No, not scared. No, certainly not. Who's scared? Not you, Army said, trying to cool the conversation back down. I meant that feeling of being alone, of having thoughts with nobody to tell them to. That's a different kind of hunger, of emptiness. I've always been alone, the panther said. The emptiness keeps me going, keeps me hunting. Yes, but every time you kill one animal, another one somewhere has lost their one to talk with, and the emptiness just spreads, it gets bigger. If you kill and eat me now, you'll be full, but soon after that, you'll be empty again, and not just in your belly, but all over. It's how I felt when my brother Nick started ignoring me and hid in a room as dark as this stupid well, or when my best friend Mike walked away from me when I couldn't hang out with him in school, and worst of all, when Wendy didn't appear with me when I first tried to jump with her here to Langdomania. That sudden aloneness is the worst feeling I ever had, worse and ever so much emptier than hunger. If I eat you, it will make me emptier, the panther said, half to Army, half to himself. Army felt as if he was watching the panther become enlightened before his eyes. But suddenly, the panther shook his head violently back and forth, as if trying to eject these strange thoughts from his mind, and he roared, No, I don't know this Nick, Mike, or Wendy. They mean nothing to me, and I'm hungry now. The great monster opened his fanged mouth wide, his hot, savage breath inches from Army's face, forcing Army to realize that just telling the panther about loneliness could never be as powerful as showing him. There was only one solution, and so Army wriggled out of his sweatshirt, pushed away from the great cat, and allowed himself to plummet further ahead into the darkness. No! Bellowed the beast, horrified at the loss of his dinner. And so they fell, with Army only several feet ahead of the panther, but in the blackness he might as well have been miles away. Boy! Where are you? Cried the panther over and over for what felt like an eternity. His plaintive cries growing softer and softer, until eventually all that Army could hear was the sobbing of the terrified animal. Army waited a while longer and then spoke up. So, how does it feel to be alone?
I like your fantasy.
Thank you.
I like your imagination. I like your style.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that.
Woo, vegetarians.
That becomes a point in the book. I don't want to give
Really?
too much away. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Nice. Very nice. Can't wait to read it.
Thank you. So what do we do
People,
now?
you feel like playing a song?
Sure.
Bravo, Lisa the Greaser says. Really good. Cliffhanger.
Yes. Well, we want you to buy the book. Excuse me. I was listening to the Replacements in the Get High Shack in the back of my place. I was thinking about displacement, and if I die, what will fill my space? And just for a moment, I disappeared into the eternal vow. I was doing whatever it took to be vibrating ecstatic now. I'm driving to another distant gig, love left behind in a crowded room. And I was thinking about some things I did when a band lowered the boom. Hey, someone yell cut, someone take my bow, somebody take my bow. I was doing whatever it took to be vibrating ecstatic now. I was doing whatever it took to be vibrating ecstatic now. And then I woke up in a local hospital bed, plastic tubes running from my heart. And there were doctors sighing and mothers crying at the harm I had done. And it's all for a dream, all for a dream, to calm my fever ground. Yeah, I was doing whatever it took to be vibrating ecstatic now. Said I was doing whatever it took to be vibrating ecstatic now. I'm sitting in a Scottish garden, and cloudy skies are swirling in my teeth. I'm conversing with the curious Martin, who tells me of all the things I've yet to be. And it's up to me, it's up to me. He sings from his lofty bough. I was doing whatever it took to be vibrating ecstatic now. Said I was doing whatever it took to be vibrating ecstatic now. Stop doing and just let life be vibrating ecstatic now.
Bravo.
That's the first time I've ever played with AirPods in, and there's no sound coming from my AirPods as I'm playing. So it's like I'm playing with my ears plugged. That's why I kept laughing and going, what? It's like, what? I'm underwater here.
Very good.
How was the sound mix? Was it all right?
I think the guitar sounded a little funny, like
Okay.
underwater.
Oh,
And
okay.
and the not the vocals, I think, but maybe people can tell us. Bravo, we need a better sound system though.
I thought it would be better to go through the phone, but I could switch to the computer and see if it's any better. You might have to invite me again if we do that.
Okay, we can try.
You want to try?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Oh, hold on. Go here, go on Facebook. I'm going to turn you off on the phone, so you're going to lose me now.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. Heart to heart. Let's see if Lach appears again. So how's everybody doing? Try inviting me. I can't see you. I can't see you now. I did before. Sorry, Lach. No way to invite you. I can invite Dina or Alessandra. I look shitty today. There's somebody new. Who is it? Lillo! Ciao Lillo! Calogero Polizzi, detto Lillo. Dove sei? Dove ti trovi? Dove stai? Ciao! Are you still in Bern? Yeah, Switzerland. CH. Confederazione Helvetica. Nice. Good to see you. So, Lach, can we maybe... Quando si suona? Mannaggia. Sarebbe bello. Hai qualche idea? C'è stato un lampo, un fulmine. Si è sentito? Did you hear the thunder? Did you hear? So Lach, I don't know, can we try again? Scary, so loud, yeah. The angels are bowling. Yeah. Big storm. Maybe another day. Lach, shall we, can't seem to connect now. Okay, can we do this again someday, maybe? We share a live stream officially. What do you think? And you can play more of your songs and read more of your book if you want. Who's that? Okay, people. Ci vediamo domenica. See you Sunday. And I hope you enjoyed it. And I hope you can help Giulia. And I'll see you soon. Yup. Ciao Canadina. Ciao Maramaldo. Ciao Giselasta. Thank you all. A presto. Oh, and I will be uploading a Bob Dylan song to my TikTok page profile. Because after all, it's Bob Day today. So, a subito. Ciao.